Homelander needs to be stopped. He pretty much runs Vault now. Earlier on in this episode, he's having a meeting with the higher ups, the boards, and everybody is afraid to speak up. They're kissing his rear end, and there's one that decides to question him just a bit, and he's not thrilled. He runs this business as a dictatorship, and he's you know, showing off the what these kids like to call, I believe, big D energy. Yeah, to say the least. And the superheroes, he has his superheroes, the ones that his allies that he believes that he could control, running the company, and the Deep is, I believe, running security. A bunch of screw ups. It's not gonna end well. It's how it's trending, and I believe right before I forgot his name in the show. He plays Gus in Breaking Bad. Damn, I forgot his name in the show. But he pretty much warns Homelander. There's no one here to protect you, pretty much, and the way this show is showing, too many good things are happening for Homelander right now. The public loves him. He runs the company. He's himself. Eventually, it's all gonna crumble. I don't read the comics, so I'm not 100% sure how it happens. But yeah, that's where they're trending. And moving on, yeah, biggest thing that happened last week was Chemical pretty much got taken out by Soldier Boy. And what's weird is that she is not healing. She's immortal. She heals. Nothing could pretty much kills her. But as you can see, she's laid up in the hospital with Frenchie, and she has a deep dash in the side of her stomach. And she awakens to realizing that she's still not healing. She's not super strong, and her powers are pretty much gone. And people believe it's from Soldier Boy, whatever the Russians did to him. He has this new power now that takes away superhero powers, which obviously you know where this is leading to. But yeah, so she's laid up in the hospital. She's with Frenchie, and little Nina, the little Russian boss, is she wants Frenchie back. Wants to make Frenchie pretty much become her B.I.B. I don't want to curse and get demonetized and stuff like that. Even though I'm not really making any bread, so does it matter? Anyways, yeah. So yeah, she wants Frenchie back and has him. Gives him an assignment to take out some Russian governor and the child, and Frenchie. That's the old him. He's out of that life. He doesn't want to do that anymore. So he second guesses it, but she's not leaving him with much of a choice. And honestly, my favorite scene in this episode happens. And because of Joker 2, being a musical, everything in their mother now is becoming a musical. Look it up if you think I'm joking. But there's this musical number where Chemical's watching this episode, and she breaks out in song and dance, and she's not really singing because obviously she can't talk in the show, even though they portrayed it like she could for a split second, but it's a voiceover. But the hospital breaks out in full out choreography of them dancing and stuff like that. The numbers are amazing. I like musicals. I understand the musical genre is not everybody's favorite, but to me, I don't mind it. I loved it, and then it snaps back to reality. Um, all in her dreams, she's still laid up in the bed, and she plants one on Frenchie, which I guess weirds him out, and he heads down to the cafeteria area, try to get a drink, to coffee, to get his nerves back in check. And little Nina is there with her goons, and he pretty much gets kidnapped, which leads to the next episode. And moving on, I don't know how old I was. I guess I'm this year's old, and realized that the black character played by Lorenzo something, I forgot his name. His name is Mother's Milk. I don't know how I didn't realize that, but that's his name in the show. And yeah, he has this history with Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy killed his family in the past, and he's out for revenge. And obviously, we know Soldier Boy is out loose from Russia. They discovered him last episode in the lab, and yeah, in the process of him and Butcher having a falling out and him quitting once again, he goes to meet his daughter and I guess take her out or whatever. And on the TV, you see that they're showing Soldier Boy out loose in the world, and he flashes right back to his old self and decides to go after Soldier Boy, who I just said is he's loose now. He somehow boarded a plane into, I believe the vault is in New York. I believe that's where they're at right now. And yeah, he's in Times Square. He's walking around. Also, a nice little the creator of this show, I believe, created Supernatural, or at least the beginning of Supernatural, and I believe the governor or president or I don't know what he is. That's Robert Singer in this show. Also played. It's a nice little Easter egg in Supernatural. Played a character called Bobby Singer, who was pretty much like a father figure to Dean Winchester's character, which is being played by Jensen Atkins from Supernatural. He's like a father figure to him in that show. And seeing him here, you see him walk past the poster, and the name just lights up. So it's a nice little Easter egg. But yeah, he's out loose in the world. He's in NY, and he gets triggered because earlier in the beginning of the episode, you see all the tests that the government have been running on him, and it's not nice. He's indestructible, so he has to go through it. He's not gonna die. So that they use poison, laser, bombs, etc. And he gets triggered because he hears Russian music, and as you can see, he has this weird power where he's nuclear and just explodes, and it happens and takes out an entire block, which alarms and alerts everybody. Starlight knows he's there. Homelander knows someone's there, but is not. He doesn't know that it's Soldier Boy because Soldier Boy's been known to be dead in that universe. But yeah, everybody's on high alarm, and which leads to Huey's character. Very interesting route that they took so far with his character. He's gone bad. He's always the character that was teetering to the good side. He didn't like how Butcher has been running things. He colors in the gray. There's no good, bad. He's just in between. And yeah, Huey officially snapped. He took Compound V the last episode where Butcher actually tried to stop him. And yeah, he confessed all this to Starlight, who is not thrilled with his decision. And yeah, he teams up with Butcher, him and Mother Milk, who go after Soldier Boy because they realize that he's coming after Crimson Countess, I believe her name is. She's the love figure from the original team that Soldier Boy was on, but for some reason Soldier Boy is coming after her, and they set this little plot, which leads to the weirdest part of this episode, where Crimson Countess is actually video girl that those sex workers, and one of her clients is Seth Rogen himself in the nude having a session with her. And yeah, you gotta watch the episode, and obviously if you're watching this, you saw the episode. It was hilarious, had me dying. Yeah, so they set this nice little trap to get Soldier Boy there, and sure enough, Soldier Boy shows up, and Butcher, shady character, he drugs Mother's Milk because he knows he wants revenge. He wants to kill Soldier Boy, but Butcher and Huey, that's not what they want. They want to use Soldier Boy as a weapon against Homelander, and Starlight happens to be there. Has a huge disagreement with Huey. Gives Huey a choice not to go with Butcher and them and stay with her, and Huey decides the opposite. At this point, the team is desperate. They're willing to do everything and anything. Throughout this episode, Maeve gets hooks up with Butcher. Homelander smells Butcher all over Maeve. Knows Maeve is trying to kill her. Kidnaps Maeve. She's disappeared. A-Train, you bum. You absolute bum. God, I can't stand that character. And listen, Karma comes around. He tries to play this woke black character now since his speed is acting up. He runs again. He's pretty much dead, and so he's trying to be this woke black character. And Nighthawk, I believe is the character's name, has been known around his neighborhood as a superhero that's racist and that's killing black people out in his neighborhood, which is interesting that they're the route that they take it mimics certain aspects of the world right now. But yeah, he has to sit down with Nighthawk and tells Nighthawk to apologize to the neighborhood for pretty much his actions, being racist, targeting black people, and yeah, it does not go well. His brother's there. He's supposed to apologize, but it's half backwards apologies, meaning he doesn't really apologize. He's portrays himself as not being racist. The neighborhood stands up, and then a brawl ensues, and it goes bad from there. He throws people on the wall, and A Train's brother ends up getting injured, and then you find out later that he's paralyzed and most likely will never walk again. Spinal damage, and that's what I say. Karma, man. You throw bad out there, and it comes back at you like a boomerang. This episode, I understand some people believe it's a filler episode. I really enjoyed it. I'm a huge Jensen Ackles fan, and I love his portrayal as Soldier Boy, especially that scene between him and Crimson Countess when they meet. Like he goes up to her and goes, when I got kidnapped by the Russians, as we saw, he thought they would come for him, like that she would come and save him, and pretty much realizes that she sets him up or betrays him in a certain way, and asks her, how much was it? How much did they offer you to betray me? And she says absolutely nothing. That the whole squad hated his guts. Wow, and the acting, the betrayal, the emotion, the hurt that Jensen Atkins portrayed in this episode was phenomenal. I watched all 15 seasons of Supernatural, and I believe obviously it's a different medium. It's the show's different. I've never seen him act as well as he's been doing here. Villain fits him perfectly, man, perfectly. And yeah, and that's the quick little recap of this episode. And yeah, theories. I believe Chemical or Frenchie, one of them they're dead. They're gonna die. I want to say it's gonna be Chemical's character because she's used as a weapon. She's ever since you've known her, she's a weapon, and she's not meant to have happiness. She's daydreaming about her brother and stuff like that. She lost her powers. She's pretty much no use to the team and the show, in my opinion, as harsh as that sounds. And she's probably gonna realize Frenchie got kidnapped, go out and try to save him, and in the process save him, but also die and get like probably gets shot or something, and there's no healing factor anymore. And I believe that's how Chemical's gonna die. And no, I have not read the comics if that does end up happening, but whenever these main characters start making plans for the future, it's foreshadowing to what's gonna happen. Like it's somebody's going out bad, and I also believe we're gonna have a major death here as far as the superhero side. If it's gonna be Maeve, it's gonna be Starlight. I believe one of the two are going to die because plans are not gonna go as they want with Soldier Boy, taking out Homelander. Impossible. Homelander pretty much makes the show, and yeah, there's no way that they're gonna take him out. I believe they're gonna try, and then in the process, somebody's gonna die, and it has to be a huge character. So that's why I say Starlight, and most likely maybe Maeve because she's huge-ish, but you could do without her. They reduce her role in the show, and yeah, that's my recap for episode 5. Great episode. I really enjoyed it. It's a setup episode. 3 more episodes left, and the next episode 6 is gonna be insane in my opinion. I can't wait, man. This season has been phenomenal, and yeah. Until next time, I'm Kevin D. Moss. Let me know if you enjoyed this. I'm out.